Amid the brutal mob violence on Hindus in Bangladesh, now a Congress leader is batting for the Citizenship Amendment Act. Congress leader Milind Deora is now openly supporting for the CAA amid the escalating communal attacks against minority Hindus in Bangladesh during the Durga Puja. Congress has been vocally against, as a party line, against the CAA, which was initiated by the Modi government. They called it discriminatory against Muslims. But Milind Deora has gone a step further. He's taken a stand against party's official line and demanded that CAA must be amended to protect and rehabilitate these Bangladeshi Hindus who are forced to flee religious persecution. Now, Deora expectedly has also left the Congress party red-faced. Remember, that has been opposing the implementation of the act that basically provides citizenship in India to persecuted minority groups for India's neighboring countries. Shiv Sena's Member of Parliament Priyanka Chaturvedi also has asked where is the much-touted CAA and claimed that the union government has not said a word of concern over the Hindus' plight in Bangladesh. Not just that, Congress leader Jayaveer Shergill had earlier gone against Congress's official CAA stand and bagged an evacuation of Hindus and Sikhs from Afghanistan during the Taliban takeover. I'm now joined by Anupam Mishra for further details and that. Anupam, clearly the Congress netas, two of them, two young leaders, Jayaveer Shergill, who asked for Afghanistan's evacuation, and now Milind Deora, they're only asking on humanitarian grounds. But how is this going to become perhaps some sort of an embarrassment for the Congress party, Anupam? What are you picking up?
Actually, Pooja, this is going to be a bit of embarrassment for Congress party, as Congress is opposing the CAA all throughout when it was conceptualized. And in fact, Congress leaders in Bengal also are against CAA. They have already, we have seen several protest rallies being held during elections or before elections against CAA. So it is a quite bit of embarrassment for Congress, and Congress has
And what are you picking up on the Bangladesh situation, Anupam? If you can briefly tell us, what is the current status there? What are you picking up on details from Bangladesh?
In fact, I am just standing beside Bangladesh High Commission in Kolkata, just behind Bangladesh High Commission, where high police posting is there, and there are a lot of protests being held in front of Bangladesh High Commission. Even today, BJP is holding a protest in front of Bangladesh High Commission. They will be coming after a rally, and the police deployment has been there. So, in fact, there is politics going on in Bengal, citing Bangladesh situation.
So, Anupam, then my added question is, so we can expect more protests in Bengal, because there are many residents in Bengal presently who have actually come from Bangladesh as well. But stay on with me, because while there are protests expected in Bengal, I'm also now joined by Gaurav Bhatia of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Gaurav, of course, it would be an interesting bit that a Congress neta is now batting for the CAA to be amended for these Bangladeshi Hindus to be given citizenship and brought in, at least to be evacuated. Is the government at all going to be looking at this?
See, the truth is out in the open, and whatever has happened in Bangladesh and similarly has been happening in Pakistan against minorities there was the reason why CAA was enacted by the government. And today, the leaders in the Congress also know that this legislation is a legislation which will ensure safety of the minorities in these countries. And therefore, it's like showing the mirror to political parties like the Congress that have been opposing the CAA because of their petty and vote bank politics. Thus, the need of the hour was the amendment. It was carried out with a larger intention. And today, we have been proven right yet again.
So, Gaurav, at this point, just another question. Presently, do you think there needs to be a united, a collective mentioned from all political parties, considering at this point what is being witnessed in Bangladesh is complete horror. So do you think India, it cannot intervene, of course, but can it collectively perhaps raise a voice for what is unfolding in Bangladesh after what we saw in Afghanistan?
Absolutely. And we must not forget that another issue like global terrorism was raised on a platform like United Nations General Assembly very strongly and vociferously by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, thus giving direction to all the countries in the world. Similarly, if minorities are targeted anywhere, and especially the more susceptible Hindu, Sikh and other communities in Islamic nations, we need to be the voice that the world will hear. And India enjoys that position that if we speak, the world hears us.
But also at this point, with Bangladesh Prime Minister having assured all sort of action possible against the perpetrators there, are we expecting more intervention from Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Because that would be expected, that the PM needs to speak on this issue. Do you think that's going to come in any time soon?
See, as a national spokesperson, it is not for me to comment on that. But then I would definitely like to reassure every Indian and every person from the minority community that we will not tolerate violation of anyone's human rights, basic human rights, be it in Afghanistan, Pakistan or Bangladesh.
All right, so that is Gaurav Bhatia, BJP spokesperson at this point. And of course, remember, BJP has pushed for the CAA. Many other parties opposed to it, called it discriminatory to Muslims. But with even some younger netas now pushing from within the Congress party to say at least these Bangladeshi Hindus need help with evacuation, we'll wait for an official Congress line as well on that.